I babysat for a cult. So, this is a crazy one. After graduating high school, I was offered a babysitting job on care.com. I went for a formal interview at the couple's home and they seemed to be the perfect clients. The children were extremely intelligent and well-behaved, and it was clear strict parenting was behind it. However, I didn't judge this as I know everyone parents differently and strict isn't always a bad thing. It clearly worked for these kiddos. After a few weeks of babysitting, they asked if I wanted reference to more clients. I excitedly accepted and soon enough had 3 families to sit for. After some time though, red flags started to appear. I went to babysit for a new client and the parents were much more quiet and reserved. Once they left, the client wanted to show me the basement. I thought, why not? So we go downstairs where there is an entire preschool situation, like kitchen for meals and everything you'd see in a typical classroom. I thought, well, whatever you know, homeschooling is common in the area. Well, when the parents discovered I had been in the basement, they were not happy. They requested I do not go down there again. That is the last time I saw the couple. Why? Because the kid was suddenly given up to another couple. In their small church. The kid once told me my mom and dad didn't want me anymore and was calling this new couple by mom and dad from day one. Let me add that this kid was like 6. Don't get me wrong, the new parents were extremely kind people, but something was off, especially considering they still had dinners with the biological parents at church. Curious young me decided to snoop. I know, bad idea. All of these clients that I had collected, I discovered, were in a church together. A small church that no one talked about. They had unique artwork around their homes that I asked about one day. They were made by the father of said group. I support small businesses, okay, but it seemed odd. I started looking around the houses after the kiddos had gone to bed. Nothing invasive, just looking around with my eyes. I was scared if I touched anything some siren would go off. Then I turned to Google. One of the kids had told me the name of their church. They also often brought up father by name. So I searched church name father and discovered their own religion. On Cults of America. I'm not kidding. I found a handful of articles on the practice and the father. He had previously lost his license to practice psychiatry due to using it to influence clients to join his church. His name did not have a good reputation. Previous members had left reviews stating the group and father's control had ruined their lives. I even found a clip from the news about them, where when confronted the father had chillingly said this is not a cult, it's an order. People are free to leave. My oldest client was beginning to catch on that something was off. Her parents had been separated and her father did not like the group. He had very negative views of them, so this caused a sort of rift in their family, and I'm sure led to the divorce. After more time, I learned that my clients had all changed their names to more standard religious themed names. Even one of the kids had a name change after joining the church. They also all lived relatively close to each other, 10 minutes apart at most. By this point, I was 100% certain I had accidentally found myself smack dab in the middle of a full-blown cult. Then the biggest surprise of all. One of the kids mentions to me that they are moving after I stumbled upon their house on the market. I figured the parents would tell me, but no. No, they didn't freaking tell me. Soon enough, all the houses popped on the market. Every one of my clients. They were all suddenly uprooting and moving across the country, except for the client with the divorced parents, whose mom had decided it would be easiest to leave her with her dad. She assured her she would visit, but I don't see that being a reality for the poor kid. Anyways, the parents were not bringing it up, so I decided to ask. They finally admitted that yes, they were moving, but they didn't tell me they would be gone in a freaking week. They just said thank you the last time I babysat and poof, gone. All of them at the same time, like they were running from something. And I cannot find anything recent on the cult. It's as if they just fell off the face of the planet. I wonder to this day if they left because they caught me snooping or knew I was onto the whole thing. I worry about the kids all the time. I'm by no means judging the act of practicing religion, as anyone is free to do so. But this was a freaking cult. I have no doubt